The serious art of making people laugh is undergoing a revival of sorts in a part of town that was once known as the center of nightlife. People from all walks of life are learning what it takes to be spontaneous and unscripted, and hopefully, ultimately, funny through the art of improv. Aaron Mermelstein introduces us to these serious students of funny business.
Just around the corner from one longtime St. Louis entertainment tradition, they're bringing back another one. In a city where change comes slowly, they're teaching people how to act right now. In a town that takes its time, St. Louisans are learning to make it up on the spot, to wing it, to improv. This is the improv trick. St. Louis is down in the basement of a storefront on Cherokee Street institution of improv, teaching how to act, react, and think on the spot. It's not a college of comedy, not a school for stand-up. Well, it's that too. But these classes are all about improv. And that's not necessarily about being funny, per se. If that happens, it's a bonus. These classes are about the art of not overthinking, about not being in the last moment or the next moment, but in this moment right now.
We're trying to let people feel a little bit more comfortable in their own skin. We're trying to give people an outlet. A lot of people come here thinking that they're going to be put on the spot to be funny. And once they realize that all those shackles are off of them and all they really need to do is express themselves, they kind of open up. When they find out what it really is, when they have a chance to really be opened up to it, they see that it can just be this alternative form of expression for them.
Tonight's improv students are a cross-section of St. Louisans, a new immigrant, an engineer, a poet, a healthcare worker who says she has no idea why she's here, a guy who wants to get over his fear of public speaking, and Lauren Graff. She's got a theater degree from Indiana University.
When you have a script, you know what to expect. You can rehearse, you can work on it. But if you're doing it up here, then you can't really, like doing improv, you have no idea what to expect. It makes it fun because it keeps you on your toes, but it's also completely different. You're flying by the seat of your pants.
Marvin Dickerson came to the class because his wife wanted to come. He's a union iron worker.
Actually, it kind of opened my eyes to the fact that it could help you in any kind of public area, you know, any kind of thing that you're doing. It gives you an idea where you can start thinking outside of your normal box.
When most people think improv, they think Chicago. It was born there. Then it moved to St. Louis when Chicago's Compass Theater came to Gaslight Square. But when the gaslights went out at the square, the Compass Theater picked up the cue and moved right back to Chicago. While St. Louisans remember everything about the 1904 World's Fair, we've forgotten our improv history from the 1960s. And here, now, just a few blocks from where Gaslight Square once stood, Bill Cott and company are writing the script to bring the improvisational spirit of the Compass Theater back. This theater is one of several venues around town where a company of improv artists do their improv thing for paying audiences. True to format, they solicit audiences for topics, for key phrases and words, and build on that.
Brad Pitt, yes. Whatever happened to that guy?
They bring audience members on stage and work with what they give them on the spot, back and forth, audience and performers feeding off each other.
You pretty much can pull their energy. When we're standing on stage in the very beginning of the show, before we even say anything, you can look out on the audience and you can tell, is it a bunch of college kids? Is it a bunch of older people? Is it children? You see older people, you can bring up, different like classic movies and things like that the college kids wouldn't understand. College kids, of course, you're going to do a scene about like drinking or something.
The dirtier stuff and the more risque stuff, and they respond to that.
Children, you start talking about Disney Channel type stuff. I mean, it's just, you just have to work with what your audience gives you and what you see from them.
But you don't talk down to them, you don't treat them as inferior or, oh, it's a ridiculous suggestion. No matter, you go with what they give you and you take them on the journey with you.
What's that over there? Oh, man! Every time I fall for the same thing!
So what's the future of improv here in the 52nd city? If Bill Cott and his people have their way, it'll do well and start an improv renaissance in St. Louis. But the reality is, That future will be invented on the spot as it comes along, played as another bit of improv, one act and one scene at a time.